Welcome back to Gronk. We are here in the new and improved Gronk Arena here in Realm Infinity, San Juan, Puerto Rico. We got a great show tonight. Let's get moving right away. And what a better way to start than with a Gronk in a cage match. Hell in a Cell here. Now this is a 2-on-2 match. Of course, as you can see, we have the Alliance, who is still coming off the back of a defeat against the Theorists. Now the Alliance is going to want to make a bigger impact here and get the momentum back in their favor against another team, which is beginning their first match here, Andrew WK and Mr. Negative, which formed a tag team on this Monday's past episode of Stronge. Andrew WK and Mr. Negative, of course, having a long feud with one another. So them finally coming together to form a tag team, it could help. It could prove to not be successful, but we will see how that ends up here tonight. But yeah, so we have an experienced team, of course, in the Alliance, going to go head-to-head, even though they are coming back after a loss here. Hopefully the inexperience and potential rivalry that remains between Andrew WK and Mr. Negative will be enough for the Alliance to claim victory here in the Hell in a Cell. Something important to note is this is not an average tag team match. There will be no tagging. Both men in both teams will always be legal, so any person can pin any other person. We'll see how that works out here in the Hell in a Cell match, as they'll be locked in there with each other. A classic Gronk in a cage scenario. But we'll see how good the debut goes for Andrew WK and Mr. Negative right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And at a combined weight of 415 pounds, the Alliance.
The Alliance is absolutely ready to go. They are completely unfazed, even though they are coming off of the back of a defeat here. Looking to build up that momentum again. Whichever team wins this match will be the #1 contenders for the Double Gronk Championship, which will be fought for here later tonight as well. There will be a contest for that championship, but of course we have the debut of a brand new tag team.
Combined weight of 495 pounds.
Positive and Negative make their way to the ring. On your left, the General Manager of Stronge there. Oh, now the camera's changed, but Andrew WK, the General Manager of Stronge. Mr. Negative, the Stronge World Champion. Two powerhouses here. Two of the top people in all of Stronge, it seems, trying to prove that they are also two of the top people in the entire tag team division. An unlikely friendship here. Will it be enough to take them through and succeed to become the #1 contenders for the Double Gronk Championship? Of course, to repeat, the next match after this will be for the Double Gronk Championship, so the winner of this match will eventually face the winner of the next match. But what's important right now is that we get our new #1 contenders. Let's get the match started. So these two are going to go for each other. Oh, both going for El Luchador for a second, but now Mr. Negative turning his attention to El Muerde. Here, it's nice to start off Gronk with such a big match here. A giant cage surrounding the ring and the ringside area. Giant suplex in the center of the ring, and now the Alliance is taking advantage very, very early on in this match. They're starting to gain the momentum that they need to pull them through. Of course, this is first fall to a finish. Any pin, any submission will end this match. And the Alliance still on top of things, taking out Positive and Negative here. Looks like, oh yes, Andrew WK wants to prevent El Muerde from jumping on his tag team partner. Great teamwork there and ring awareness from Andrew WK. Now, working in an environment such as this is not something that is very similar to competing in a tag team match. A lot of different strategies must be employed. You cannot tag in your tag team partner. You must both work together at the same time. It is much more difficult, a much different experience. So perhaps the Alliance's lack of experience in this kind of a situation will help. But you must remember also, there have been plenty of ladder matches and TLC matches in which the Alliance has been in a tornado tag situation such as this. So even with a little bit less experience, the Alliance still has gotten their feet wet in these kinds of situations. But even though it looks like things were going to work in favor for a moment for Positive and Negative, the Alliance once again showing their veteran status here in the tag team division, showing how well they can work together and just tear apart anyone that comes in their way. A strong DDT by El Luchador, and El Muerde just drives Andrew WK to the ground. We got a pin, 1, 2, almost a 3 count, and then a splash there in the corner. There is constant action going on here in this ring. Man, it is bright here. It is so bright. Sometimes it can be hard to even see Mr. Negative because he's blending in so much with the sunlight reflecting off this ring. Big slam down there. Andrew WK, man, Positive and Negative just have not had a chance to get in this match. And the Alliance is looking great right now. Looking strong, even though they are coming off the back of a loss to a brand new tag team. They're looking to destroy this brand new tag team. The tag team that the Alliance lost to earlier this week, well, we're going to pin, only a 1 count, broken up by Mr. Negative. The team that the Alliance lost to earlier this week, the Theorists, will be competing in the next match, and the Theorists will get an opportunity to win the vacant double Gronk championship. So we'll see right now, right after this match, how that turns out. But right now, we're starting to see a little bit of a mix in terms of the momentum. Mr. Negative and El Muerde currently the two who are in control. Looks like El Luchador was going to go for something there on Andrew WK, but instead now he's helped El Muerde prepare with a missile dropkick from the top rope, and oh, a missed dropkick there from Mr. Negative. That is not going to look good, and a knee strike to the gut. The Alliance back in control, even though Mr. Negative is starting to swing things in his favor. The Alliance just completely destroying, taking control of the situation, and now El Muerde's taunting a little bit right now. Oh, he looks like he went for a cutter, but expertly trying to make up for the mistake there on El Luchador's part. Even though El Luchador is vulnerable, El Muerde, being a great tag team partner, taking advantage of Mr. Negative, so he could not capitalize with a giant brown thunder bomb, and he was not looking, and Andrew WK from the top rope. El Muerde was too focused on Mr. Negative, and so Andrew WK had the opportunity to get up and attack El Muerde from the top rope here in a giant clothesline, and now things are starting to shift in the favor of Positive and Negative. And now look who's in control of this match. Great ring awareness, and now Andrew WK's got the rage inside of him. He's ready to go. The rage, the excitement, the power. He's taking on El Muerde. Look at the power that's pulsating through him. It's unbelievable, but now Andrew WK taking a moment to take a breather in the corner before he continues to fight. And a stunner! He takes down El Muerde, but I don't know why he broke that one up there. He needed to get a little bit better leverage on that pin, but El Muerde was able to kick out of Andrew WK's attempt there. And a knee to some kicks from El Luchador, and a giant powerbomb. Yes, a successful, gigantic powerbomb from Mr. Negative. Oh, we got an armbar. We got an armbar. Mr. Negative is going to want to break that up, but he tries to kick him from very far away, but he did not succeed. Thankfully, Andrew WK still escaped, but he gets chopped in the chest by El Muerde. Fireman's carry into a Michinoku driver, going for a pin, hooking the leg. Andrew WK just noticed. He missed the stomp to try and break up the pin. They are not quite used to the tactics required to survive in a tag team environment, and the Alliance is taking absolute advantage of that. It is very fresh This new tag team that is positive and negative, not ready for the assault of the Alliance right now. But Mr. Negative trying to bring things back as Andrew WK is taking a lot of damage. Mr. Negative just cannot decide who he wants to focus on, but he decides on El Luchador still. A nice straight jacket suplex there. Now, finally, positive and negative looking like they're in control of both of their opponents right now in this match. Great. The raw power from Mr. Negative to just keep throwing El Luchador across. He just keeps picking him up and throwing him 3 times he throws him. And now going for a pin. Andrew WK wants to stop it. 2 count. Oh, and he gets it! A 3 count just barely! With the help of Andrew WK trying to distract El Muerde. They succeed. Positive and negative have won. The Alliance now with 2 losses to brand new tag teams here in Stronk Revival. It seems like the future is coming in the tag team division. What is the Alliance going to do to make up for this and gain some momentum back? Time can only tell, but all that is important right now is that even though things were looking very rough, the teamwork came in at the very last moment for positive and negative, and they have claimed victory. A great celebration here for positive and negative. Andrew WK and Mr. Negative, their first tag team match, their tag team record is now 1-0 here on Gronk. But of course, we move from this tag team match on to the next one for the double Gronk championships. Double Gronk championships are on the line here, as mentioned before. Ninja Sex Party, who has gone on to lose 2 straight matches in a row. Not looking the best right now. They've lost to the Strong Tag Team Champions, the Revival, 2 times here. Ninja Sex Party went into Strong Revival as the Strong Tag Team Champions, but ever since they lost that, they've just really fallen off. On the other hand, we have the Theorists. Though they've only wrestled 1 match, they have not lost. And particularly it's impressive for the Spike God, who still, up until this point here in Strong Revival, has not lost a single match. He is undefeated. He has the most victories here in Strong Revival. He's looking to continue that hot streak. But if Ninja Sex Party will be able to stop that, that could be huge for them. And also, if this match is successful for the Spike God, he will be the first person in Strong Revival to hold 2 championships at once. Spike God wants this to be his era, and if he can win this match, it'd be hard to argue that. The hardcore champion, and honestly, he's been able to help push Matt Pat to be even better. Matt Pat hasn't had as much success, of course, as his tag team partner, but the Spike God is pushing Matt Pat to be his absolute best. And so if Matt Pat can win his first ever championship here in Strong, that would be wonderful for his career. But enough talking, let's get into the match right now.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. It is for the Tag Team Deep South Gulf Coast Tag Championship. And at a combined weight of 362 pounds.
Ninja Sex Party is here. Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian looking to claim their first victory here in Strong Revival. Once considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest tag team in existence. They're really trying to get that status back, but they're going to face the Theorists here. Theorists 1-0 right now, of course, as mentioned before. Will the Theorists be able to defeat even Ninja Sex Party and claim their first championships? We're about to find out as the Theorists make their way to the ring.
At a combined weight of 447 pounds.
So of course, as mentioned, the hardcore champion, the Spike God, still undefeated here in Stronk Revival. Many strong analysts are calling the Spike God the most unstoppable superstar at the moment. And with a great tag team partner such as MatPat at his back, it's hard to deny that. He still has the Stronk Hardcore Championship around his waist, and this is the longest time anyone has held the Hardcore Championship, the longest Hardcore Championship reign in history. Now, if the Spike God can be the first person in Stronk Revival to hold 2 championships at once, this would be an amazing way to raise his place here in Stronk. Of course, here we have the new design of the Double Gronk Championship, which is on the line right now. Who will win the vacant championship? And here we go with the beginning of the match after all of that build-up. And now things are going to be tightly contested here at the beginning of this match. The Double Gronk Championship finally on the line. Of course, the only way to claim victory here tonight is to scale the ladder and grab the Double Gronk Championship. Right now, MatPat has control of Ninja Brian, and Danny Sexbang has control of the Spike God. A slap to the face from MatPat to Ninja Brian, and now they're working together here. Oh, a giant super kick to the groin. MatPat taking advantage, taking care of both members of Ninja Sex Party right now. The Spike God surprisingly on his back foot. You haven't seen this very often here in Stronk Revival, but he's getting up to his feet, breathing in the corner, trying to catch his breath, but Danny Sexbang there to stop him with a giant fist to the face, but he almost not even reacting to this onslaught of assault with a quick snapmare to a kick. But this is a tightly contested match. It looks like Danny Sexbang might be going for a ladder here. No, he's going to grab a chair, it seems. Yes, from the ringside area by the timekeeper's booth. Oh, but MatPat smartly knocks that out of Danny Sexbang's hands. And now is the Spike God looking to be the first person to lay his hands on a ladder in this match? It definitely looks like he is. He is en route to the ladder, and he is closing it up. He is going to bring that in the ring, and the moment a ladder enters the ring, this match gets serious. Going straight for it, and now looks like Ninja Sex Party is starting to gain control here, but right as I say that, oh no, it looked like the Spike God was going to start mounting some offense. He took down Ninja Brian, but it's not quite enough. Danny Sexbang taking advantage right now. Oh, looks like Danny Sexbang was going for a kind of low blow of sorts there, but he just missed it. Oh, almost breaking the arm of the Spike God. See, this is the teamwork that you expect to see from Ninja Sex Party. A 2-on-2, a nice dropkick. Picture perfect from the Spike God, but the Spike God was going to try and continue the assault here. MatPat is back in the ring to help him out. An Irish whip, but he might get set on the outside again, but MatPat barely holding on with a tight grip. And MatPat stays in the ring here. You're going to want to stay in the ring as long as possible because an empty ring is not good for anyone. Oh! You want to keep at least one member of your team in the ring at all times, of course, just to have someone there ready to stop any attempts at climbing the ladder. But uh-oh, things are not looking good as we only have 2 people remaining in this ring, Ninja Brian and MatPat, but now Danny Sexbang enters the ring as well. Right now, this expert veteran tag team completely tearing apart theorists and their lack of tag team experience, especially in tag team TLC matches. The Spike God breathing heavy on the outside, trying to figure out what strategy that he's going to employ next. Grabbing his head, he's definitely taken some damage so far, but he's getting back up to his feet. The Spike God is a tough man. He is a fighter, and he's going to step back into the ring for some more damage. Be taken, and now it looks like, yes, some crotch chops. A Bronco Buster from Danny Sexbang into MatPat, and the Spike God is not happy about that. He is going to throw Danny Sexbang to follow Ninja Brian to the outside of the ring, and now the ring was empty of Ninja Sex Party for a moment, but Ninja Brian changes that as he re-enters the ring here quickly. Oh, and now the ladder is set up for the first time in this match, and trying to take out Ninja Brian as much as he can. Maybe he's going to try and throw him out of the ring here. Now he leans him against the ropes. And what exactly is he looking to do? Oh, he perches him at the top, and he just slams his face both into the bottom of the ladder and onto the steel chair. A great maneuver, proving why he is the hardcore champion right there. Throws him into the corner. Uh-oh, things are not looking good for the Theorists. A giant stink face. This match could already be over. But MatPat's going to need to get to his feet if he wants to prevent Ninja Sex Party from claiming victory in this match. On the ground, the audience is excited to see Ninja Sex Party finally behaving like their old selves. The phenomenal teamwork that they are known for. There's a reason why they're one of the greatest tag teams in Stronk history. And this teamwork right here proves it. But the Spike God able to fight out of the teamwork in the assault. But he gets thrown out of the ring, almost into the table there. And now the ring just has Ninja Brian. MatPat's going to need to stop Ninja Brian from entering. But no! Danny Sexbang picks up the table. What is he doing here? No. Okay, Ninja Brian, we can see Stronk-tistics showing how close they are to pulling down the championship, perhaps. Those are brand new. But MatPat, you can see, it's hard to determine just how close someone is when they're getting assaulted. But MatPat stopped the clubbing blows, and now they continue. Okay, SpikeOp just waiting for MatPat to throw down our weakened Ninja Brian. Yes, and the teamwork you can see from the two. And now, uh-oh, the Spike God trying to take out Danny Sexbang. The great teamwork right now. Oh, taking advantage of the situation in its entirety. MatPat is trying to pull down the championship. And he's going to do it. Will it happen? Will the Theorists claim a tag team championship in their second ever match? It's getting so close to championship. It's going to happen. He throws them out of the ring. They've done it. In a quick and clean victory, the Theorists have won. And Danny Sexbang is living. MatPat pulls down the championship. The undefeated streak of the Spike God continues. I cannot believe it. The phenomenal teamwork of Ninja Sex Party just shortly outdone by the raw power and technical ability. The wonderful strategy put into place by the Theorists. The reason many analysts are calling the Theorists the smartest tag team in existence. The strategy they employed distracting Danny Sexbang as MatPat, the much quicker and more agile member, was able to quickly scale the ladder and pull down the double Gronk championships. Congratulations to the Theorists, MatPat's first ever championship in Stronk history. And now it is official, the Spike God is the first person in Stronk Revival to hold 2 championships at once. Will anyone be able to stop the momentum the Spike God has built up? Only time will tell. But of course, next we have the Gronk championship match. So without further ado, let's move on to the main event of the evening. After an incredible double Gronk championship match, it's going to be hard to top it. Though, of course, if any people can do it, it's these 8 gentlemen. We have another match where the competitors must scale a ladder to claim the championship. The Gronk championship is on the line. The only vacant championship remaining here in Stronk is the Gronk championship. So which one of these 8 men will claim it? Of course, from left to right, just a quick rundown. We have Duke Cornell, Ike, Xander, Narnar, Ribby, King Renegade, Overlord Samoa Joe, and last but certainly not least, Dio Madden. A strong list of 8 superstars. So the real question that we have to ask is, which one will be able to outlast all the damage and be able to scale the ladder and claim the Gronk championship? This is going to be a wonderful main event this evening. We will see how it ends up here in just a moment. If I was someone who was going to bet on this, I would have no idea where to even begin. These are some of the best names we have in Stronk. So claiming the Gronk championship will be huge for any of these superstars. But without further ado, we'll see how it goes right now.
The following contest is an 8-man ladder match. It is for the Gate Global Grand Prix Gulf Coast Championship. And from India, weighing in at 130 pounds, the King.
Narnar, of course, for those who do not know, tomorrow will be facing Glueman for the Stronk World Championship. He earned that opportunity earlier this week on Stronge. Now, if Narnar can go into that match with a championship of his own, it would be an absolutely huge moment for him to claim 2 singles championships at the same time. But you gotta think that during this match, Narnar's mind will be in other places, thinking about how tomorrow night he will be able to take on Gabe the Glue Man DeGrossi. The only time will tell to see if that will stop him from winning this match. But of course, he has to sit and wait. As a fan favorite enters the ring, we have Ribby.
And from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 195 pounds, Ribby.
It goes without saying, but if Ribby was able to win this match, if he can win this match, scale the ladder, and claim his first championship here in Stronk, I think the massive Ribby fan base would be absolutely ecstatic. This would be a huge win for Ribby. Winning this, not only would this be the first time Ribby has won a match, but to win a championship, that is something anyone would wish for. Such a bright future ahead for Ribby. A wonderful career this athletic individual can have. Perhaps a future top star. And this could be the moment that we see a future Hall of Famer win their first ever championship here in Stronk. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case tonight, honestly. But of course, trying to beat 7 other individuals will not be easy, especially when one of them is this man right here. A multiple-time Stronk World Champion is Xander. Here he comes. It's Xander, ladies and gentlemen.
And from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 220 pounds, Xander.
Xander is one of the greatest young superstars in Stronk today. He really proved that in Stronk 5, where he was consistently a main eventer, consistently in the Stronk World Championship picture. So if Xander's able to claim the Gronk Championship tonight, it would really get his career back on track to being one of the best single stars to step into the ring. Of course, part of many great tag teams, such as the Bullet Club and the Shield. Xander has a lot of great accomplishments on his resume, but gaining the Gronk Championship is not one of them. Looking to win the Gronk Championship for the first time in his entire career. Now, Xander has not had too many on-screen appearances since the beginning of Stronk Revival, but he's looking to get a lot more screen time, and of course winning a championship is a great way to do that. But I think everyone in the Stronk universe is happy to see Xander in the ring once again. His explosive, high-energy style in the ring is something that the Stronk universe absolutely loves to observe.
Nebraska, weighing in at 217 pounds, the King.
Now, of course, King Renegade has really proven himself a lot recently, showing up on many events here in Stronk. getting his name out there, appearing a lot on TV time. Most notably with his feud against the Spike God, who was, of course, we saw him earlier tonight. Many attempts at the Hardcore Championship. Unfortunately, none of them have succeeded for him. And it appears Xander is doing some kind of Chris Angel magic trick to pull focus away from Renegade, as Renegade was doing some of his own, using unique ladder clipping magic technique. Man, this man is a man of countless skills. One of the greatest magicians we may have ever seen here in Strong. A lot of great showmanship, as we can see, not only from Xander, but from Renegade, of course. Strong talents are all around skilled, whether it be magic, wrestling, athleticism, acrobatics, raw strength, all of the above. All that matters right now is which superstar is the most skilled in scaling a ladder and unhooking the Gronk Championship. One and only Ike, a legend in his own right.
From the Queen City, weighing in at 276 pounds, the Icon.
If you want to talk about great careers and strong impacts, look no further than the one and only Ike, making his debut in Stronk 5. He is a bona fide main eventer and a top star. Countless wins, multiple world championship reigns under his belt, claiming the Gronk Championship would just be another notch in the belt, another milestone in the incredible career of Ike, even though it is still so early. He has done almost everything there is to do here in Strong, but now he needs to win the Gronk Championship here tonight. But a huge challenge comes down as we see the Overlord himself.
And representing the Revival from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Overlord Samoa Joe.
You can hear the crowd chanting, "Joe, Joe, Joe." An incredibly popular superstar is the Overlord Samoa Joe. All business just coming straight to the ring, and he is ready for the next opponent that he has to face to come out. Samoa Joe not wasting any time here. I think everyone's ready to see this match begin and see these superstars face each other for the championship here. But we still have more yet to come here. Enter the ring. The Copperhead Duke Cornell being the next person to come into the ring for this match.
And from Kill Devil Hill, North Carolina, weighing in at 246 pounds, Duke Corey Neal.
Duke Cornell has had quite the interesting career, working a lot in developmental with a superstar by the name of Purple, who, for those of you who know a lot about Strong statistics, know that Purple is the longest reigning Gronk champion in history. So if Duke Cornell can claim the Gronk Championship, you can bet that he's going to look to tie or more likely break that record of his former close colleague, Purple. But the Copperhead He was one of the hottest free agents on the market until he was re-signed by Stronk here. And he's looking to prove in this match why the desire for having Duke Cornell back was so high. Truly one of the greatest newcomers Stronk has signed in a long time. A lot of technical ability and raw power on display whenever Duke Cornell is in a match. Definitely one could consider him a pretty safe bet on becoming a future world champion. Could he win the Gronk championship tonight? Only time will tell. We're about to find out fairly soon here, as we're drawing closer to the very beginning of this Gronk championship match. But here comes Dio Madden.
And from Arkham, Massachusetts, weighing in at 317 pounds, D.O. Madison.
Dio Madden, a multiple-time world champion, multiple-time Rumble winner. A lot of accolades for this superstar. Former member of a stable mentioned earlier, the Bullet Club. Xander was one of his closest friends, but that friendship has since long fizzled out. The man we used to know as Brennan Williams is almost entirely gone, and all that remains is Dio Madden. A much tougher, much meaner version of the man we once knew. All business, will tear through anyone to get what he wants, and what he wants right now is to win the Gronk Championship. Here on Gronk episode 24. The match has begun. The first person to scale the ladder and pull down the Gronk Championship will claim the vacant title. A chaotic ring at the beginning of this match, as always, with these multi-man matches. So much going on. Ribby taking on Renegade is what my eye is currently drawn to. Samoa Joe throws Xander. Cornell fighting Dio Madden here as Ike is taking on Narnar. Ike, of course, guaranteed number 30 in the Stronk Rumble. And if Narnar is able to win the Stronk World Championship, we will see those two face each other in the main event of Stronkomania. Only time will tell to see if that happens. Right now, the ring is beginning to empty as we only have 3 remaining in the ring right now. And now Narnar makes it 4. Duke Cornell quickly thrown out, and Xander making his way into the ring. The 4 people who you could likely consider the 4 biggest stars in this match now all fill the ring together, and suddenly Narnar is thrown right out unceremoniously. All that remains in the ring is Ike and Xander as Samoa Joe brings in a ladder, and now the ladder is in the ring. Trying to make this match move quickly is Samoa Joe, it seems, and he robs the ladder from Ike and is about to strike him with it, it seems. No, but he hits Xander as Ike is just barely able to dodge it, and he slams Samoa Joe onto the mat. And Ribby and Renegade are fighting over by the commentary table there. Thrown over there. And now Samoa Joe picks up the ladder once again. And suddenly the ring is getting more and more crowded once again as Ike and Ribby enter the ring. Dio, Xander, and Narnar are the only people out of the ring right now. Duke Cornell joins them, half inside, half outside. Ribby and Duke change places. You know, with a crowded ring like this, it's going to be nigh impossible for someone to try and climb up the ladder. But now, Renegade, the first to set it up. Will he be the first to scale it? Will he be the first to touch the championship? Narnar is not going to let that happen. Duke Cornell waiting for an opportune moment to enter the ring here, looking for an opening in which perhaps he can climb the ladder. Samoa Joe just barges right in, and Xander and Duke decide they're not ready to go in yet. Looks like Duke might be trying to go for Ribby here. He is, but he misses that punch here, and Xander's going to take advantage of a weakened... No! He looked like he was dazed a little bit, but Duke Cornell was on top of that as the chaos in the ring continues. And Ribby's the first one to scale the ladder. No, Ribby was almost the first one to get his hands on the championship, but the ladder just gets knocked down, and Ribby plummets to the ground. A giant super kick takes out Narnar. Great work from Renegade. If Renegade can win a championship here, that would be wonderful for him in his feud against the Spike God. Now the ring getting full once again. It's going to be difficult for Renegade to try and set up that ladder and start climbing. He's going to want to clear it out, but he sets it up successfully. Will he start climbing? No, he wants to go for Xander, but Duke Cornell slowly scales the ladder, and he is the first person to touch the Gronk Championship. The Strontistics showing how close he might be. But no, Renegade shows up as well. Ike's going to unceremoniously dump them both down. He doesn't want any of them to have an opportunity. The ladder is down once again. Back to square one, it seems. It doesn't even look like the championship was loosened at all. And now Dio Madden thrown right out of the ring, but Ike wants to stay in. He wants to focus on the objective here. Is he going to set up the ladder in the center of the ring here? Yes, he is. The ladder is all set up. Is Ike going to climb? Narnar seems focused on something. He's trying to come up with what his next strategy is, but Ike takes advantage and just chucks Narnar out of the ring as he tumbles to the grass. Samoa Joe slowly scaling the ladder as Xander watches, but Xander's going to stop him right as he's weak with his hands up. Samoa Joe trying to react, but he is just not ready for it. The two are fighting on top of the ladder here. And Samoa Joe was about to throw Xander off, but Ike pulls him down instead, and Xander has fallen to the ground, and Ike is not going to let Samoa Joe take any of that belt down. He shoves the ladder over, and an electric chair drops, sends Samoa Joe to the ground as well. No one has made any progress on pulling the championship down, it seems. We are still effectively at square one as Ribby is just pummeling Renegade in the corner here. He just throws him all the way across the ring. Surprising strength seen from Ribby right now as Ribby throws Dio Madden out of the ring now, but Dio Madden able to hold on with a tight grip. Ike does not have the same fate, unfortunately, falls out to the grass on the outside. Narnar is just taking a lot of damage right now. He is definitely a big target as he's the only person in this ring who is in Revival pinned the Stronk World Champion, so definitely something to look out for. Narnar is a very big threat in this match. A lot of chaos going on in the ring right now. So many moves happening at once. So many skirmishes. Quick scraps in the middle of the ring. This isn't clean. But people are just throwing everything they have at one another as they're trying to empty out the ring and have an opportunity to take the Gronk Championship. Renegade also sails on the outside of the ring. There's only 3 remaining here. Once again, 3 that we've seen in the ring earlier. Ike and Xander, once again, the only 2 in the ring. Xander looking like he's going to go for a huge suplex onto the ladder. No, going to go for a Michinoku driver instead, keeping it safe here. And now Duke Cornell is in the ring with Xander. Xander with a quick snapmare to the center with a kick, but he misses the kick as Duke Cornell rolls out of the way. Duke Cornell now alone in the ring, but Ribby and Narnar quickly change that. A strong punch to the face takes Ribby down entirely. What is Duke Cornell trying to do there? I'm not sure. He's going to steal the ladder from Narnar, it seems. Yes. Is he going to hit him with it? Yes, he is. Just takes Narnar down quickly with the ladder, and he sets it back up. The ladder is up in the center right now. Is Duke Cornell going to fight? Yes. No, he wants to climb up the ladder instead. Have a better opportunity. He has his hands on the belt again, it seems. Now he's starting to unhook it. Is he going to get it? He's now starting to make some progress. A lot of good progress on the championship. Starting to unhook it. Almost goes further. He's getting very far on unhooking it right now. He looks like he got about halfway to succeeding, but he's dangling above. We cannot determine how close he is right now. No, he's caught in an electric chair drop and he falls down to the ground. It looks like the Gronk Championship is now halfway unhooked, so people are scrambling to get their hands on it. Duke Cornell does a lot of great work to get that championship unhooked. Narnar enters the ring here as Duke Cornell is about to sail out of it, but smartly able to hold on to the ropes and keep himself bouncing. But that time it did not work. He gets thrown out of the ring. Dio Madden now at the top. He has his hands. No! He was about to have his hands on the championship. Samoa Joe follows him. Ike gonna pull down Dio Madden. Samoa Joe might take advantage of the situation here. Will Samoa Joe become the champion? Samoa Joe. Ike doesn't Ike is so blind with fury that he doesn't even notice. What will happen here? Ribby trying to throw down Samoa Joe, but he doesn't succeed. Samoa Joe, the Overlord, claims the Gronk Championship. The Revival now on top of the world with a Strong Tag Team Championship and the Gronk Championship in hand. Is anyone going to be able to stop them? The Overlord Samoa Joe succeeds and he claims the Gronk Championship for the Revival. What a phenomenal match and a surprising ending. Everyone's so distracted with their own blind fury that the Overlord is able to do what he does best and steal a nice, simple victory. Great work from Samoa Joe. Congratulations on winning the Gronk Championship. The Revival is truly on top of the world right now as we close out Gronk episode 24. Congratulations to the new Gronk champion, Samoa Joe. We will see you tomorrow for the event you've all been waiting for, Stronk Rumble 256. We'll see you next time.